Welcome back to Senior Wisdom Life, the channel where we help you take control of your health, one smart habit at a time. Today's video comes with a bold message. If you wake up to pee more than once a night, your body may be trying to warn you. Nighttime urination, or nocturia, isn't just a nuisance. It's one of the earliest signs of aging kidneys, rising blood sugar, or hidden inflammation. You might think it's just because you drank too much water, but the truth runs deeper. Let me tell you a story. One of my patients, Mr. Allen, 72 years old from Ohio, thought getting up 3-4 times a night was just part of getting older. He avoided travel, missed sleep, felt drained every morning. But in just 21 days, we made one simple change to his dinner plate, and he started sleeping through the night again. So let me ask you, what if the key to deeper sleep wasn't another pill, but a vegetable already sitting in your kitchen? In this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 powerful vegetables, scientifically backed, doctor-approved, that support kidney function, calm bladder activity, and help reduce nighttime urination. You'll learn how they work, how to prepare them, and hear from real seniors who transform their sleep with food, not medication. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Senior Wisdom Life. Your support helps us bring more real solutions to people just like you. And now, let's find out which vegetable might be your best friend tonight, while your bladder finally rests. Cucumber has earned its place in both traditional medicine and modern science as one of the most effective and gentle natural diuretics, particularly beneficial for seniors struggling with frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia. In traditional Eastern medicine, cucumber has long been recognized for its cooling, detoxifying, and fluid balancing properties. It was used to clear internal heat, reduce swelling, and support kidney and bladder function without causing electrolyte imbalance or strain. From a Western medical perspective, these traditional uses are now supported by modern research. Cucumbers are composed of more than 95% water, extremely low in calories and carbohydrates, and contain bioactive compounds such as flavonoids, tannins, and cucurbitacins. These compounds give cucumber its mild diuretic effect, while simultaneously providing anti-inflammatory and antioxidant support, qualities especially valuable for aging kidneys that are already under pressure from elevated blood sugar, hypertension, or early-stage renal insufficiency. What makes cucumber particularly effective for seniors is how it influences fluid dynamics in the body. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at regulating sodium and water levels. Many older adults unknowingly retain sodium after dinner, often due to hidden salt in soups, sauces, or preserved foods, leading to fluid buildup and ultimately nighttime urination as the kidneys try to compensate. Cucumbers help gently correct this imbalance. The high water content helps dilute and mobilize excess sodium, supporting better urinary flow earlier in the day. In addition, the subtle diuretic effect of cucurbitacins helps the body expel water without forcing it, unlike pharmaceutical diuretics, which can cause abrupt drops in blood pressure, dehydration, or potassium loss. Furthermore, the natural ratio of water and minerals in cucumber mimics human plasma more closely than most fruits, making its hydration effect remarkably compatible with the body's needs. But hydration and sodium balance are just part of the story. Cucumbers are also a surprising source of antioxidant compounds like quercetin, kaempferol, and apigenin, which actively combat oxidative stress, a major contributor to kidney aging. Oxidative stress is essentially a buildup of reactive oxygen species that slowly damage tissues, including delicate renal structures like glomeruli and tubules. Over time, this damage impairs filtration, increases inflammation, and worsens fluid retention. Several studies, including one published in the Journal of Food Science in 2020, have shown that cucumber extract can reduce inflammatory markers and preserve renal tissue integrity in lab animals. Translating this into real-life dietary habits for seniors means that including cucumbers regularly in meals may help ease the chronic microinflammation that contributes to poor sleep and persistent nighttime urination. One real-world example comes from a patient named Helen, a 74-year-old retired librarian who had been waking up to urinate 4 to 5 times each night for over a year. Her blood pressure was moderately elevated, and she had early signs of reduced kidney filtration, with an eGFR in the low 50s. After trying various medications with little success and significant side effects like daytime fatigue and low energy, we focused instead on diet and hydration patterns. Helen began eating a light cucumber-based salad each evening around 6:00 p.m., combining fresh cucumber slices with mint, lemon juice, a drizzle of cold-pressed olive oil, and a pinch of sea salt. She also cut off all fluids after 7:30 p.m. and replaced high-sodium dinner options with lighter, plant-forward meals. By the end of the first week, her nighttime bathroom trips dropped to 2. By week 3, she was waking only once per night, sometimes not at all. Her mood improved, her blood pressure stabilized, and most notably, she said, "I feel like I've gained back the sleep I lost in the last decade." Her story is not an isolated case, and it illustrates how targeted dietary changes using simple ingredients like cucumber can have powerful effects on nighttime urinary symptoms and overall quality of life. For seniors looking to incorporate cucumber into their daily routine, there are several easy and digestion-friendly methods. A Mediterranean-style cucumber salad is ideal for dinner. Thinly sliced cucumber mixed with chopped mint leaves, fresh lemon juice, extra virgin olive oil, and a light touch of ground black pepper. Another great option is cucumber-infused water, made by soaking cucumber slices with lemon and a few mint leaves in a glass jar for several hours, perfect as a midday refreshment that supports hydration without spiking blood sugar. For individuals with weaker digestion or sensitive stomachs, lightly steaming cucumbers with ginger slices can make them easier to tolerate while still preserving their benefits. The important point is timing. Cucumbers are best consumed during the afternoon or early evening, ideally not within 90 minutes of bedtime, to avoid stimulating late-night urination. It's important to understand that drinking plenty of water is not always enough, especially for seniors. Many patients drink the recommended 2 liters a day, but still suffer from noxuria because the water isn't being used efficiently. What matters more is how well your body distributes and retains hydration where it's needed. Cucumber helps direct fluid into cells during the day and reduces the burden on the kidneys at night. It acts like a hydration coach, subtly guiding water where it should go instead of letting it accumulate in the bladder while you sleep. This is why renowned wellness physician Dr. Andrew Weil once said, "Good nutrition isn't just about getting more, it's about using what you have better." Cucumbers embody this philosophy. They don't flood your body, they fine-tune it. When I counsel patients who experience frequent nighttime urination, I often emphasize that medications are only part of the solution. True progress comes from restoring balance, and that starts with food. Choosing vegetables that naturally support your kidneys, regulate electrolytes, and cool inflammation can make all the difference between a restless night and a restorative one. Cucumbers, with their gentle but effective properties, are a prime example of what I call functional hydration, not just drinking water, but eating it in a way the body can truly use. As we continue exploring food-based solutions for better sleep and urinary health in seniors, there's another vegetable worth your attention, one that not only supports hydration, but also plays a major role in blood pressure regulation, blood sugar control, and reducing fluid retention. In the next section, we'll dive into the unique power of zucchini and why it might just be the next best thing for helping seniors sleep soundly through the night. Zucchini may not be the flashiest vegetable on the plate, but when it comes to managing blood pressure, blood sugar, and those frustrating nightly bathroom trips, it's one of the most powerful tools in the senior nutrition toolbox. In fact, zucchini regularly ranks among the top non-starchy vegetables recommended by the American Diabetes Association and the American Heart Association for its impressive nutritional profile and low glycemic impact. So what exactly makes this soft-skinned squash so valuable, especially at night? Let's start with potassium. 1 cup of cooked zucchini contains over 300 mg of potassium, a mineral essential for balancing fluid levels and supporting healthy kidney function. Potassium works as a natural counter to sodium, helping to flush out excess salt from the body, which in turn reduces fluid retention, a key factor in nighttime urination. In elderly patients with elevated blood pressure or early kidney fatigue, sodium tends to build up silently throughout the day, especially after salty meals. When the body attempts to correct this imbalance at night, the kidneys go into overdrive, leading to frequent urination. Zucchini's potassium content helps prevent this loop by gently encouraging daytime sodium excretion, easing the nighttime load on the kidneys, and thereby reducing bladder urgency during sleep. But the benefits of zucchini don't stop at potassium. This vegetable is also a rich source of soluble fiber, a type of fiber that slows the absorption of sugar in the bloodstream and helps keep blood glucose levels steady throughout the evening and overnight. For seniors with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, this is particularly crucial. Elevated nighttime blood sugar leads to osmotic diuresis. The body attempts to flush out the excess glucose via urine, which naturally increases nighttime urination. Soluble fiber in zucchini acts like a sponge in the gut, absorbing water and binding with glucose molecules to slow their absorption. This minimizes spikes in blood sugar after dinner and helps maintain stable insulin levels while you sleep. According to a 2021 study in the journal Nutrients, diets rich in non-starchy vegetables like zucchini led to a 25% reduction in nocturnal urination symptoms among older adults with impaired glucose control. Moreover, because zucchini is nearly 94% water itself, it hydrates while nourishing, supporting smoother digestion and proper fluid regulation without overloading the kidneys. One of my most memorable patients, Mr. Raymond, a 69-year-old retired postmaster from Arizona, came to me exhausted, not from his daytime activities, but from his nights. He had been waking up 2 to 3 times each night to urinate and had developed mild swelling in his legs and ankles. He wasn't on dialysis, but his blood pressure was creeping up, and his HbA1c, an indicator of long-term blood sugar control, was at 7.4%. Instead of starting a second blood pressure medication, we decided to explore diet as a first intervention. I introduced him to the idea of zoodles, zucchini noodles, as a substitute for traditional pasta in his evening meals. Within 2 days, he had spiralized zucchini sautéed in olive oil, garlic, and basil as his regular dinner side. We also cut out processed carbs at night and encouraged early evening meals, finishing dinner by 6:30 p.m. Within 2 weeks, Raymond reported deeper sleep, less swelling in his legs, and fewer nighttime interruptions. At his next follow-up, he proudly told me, "Doctor, I only got up once last night, and I slept right through until morning." His blood pressure readings had dropped slightly, and his fasting blood sugar was also lower. It's not that zucchini performed a miracle. Rather, it supported his kidneys, lowered his salt load, and stabilized his glucose just enough to restore the body's natural rhythms. And that, for someone in his position, made all the difference. Now, when should zucchini be consumed for best effect? For most seniors, I recommend including it in the evening meal, ideally around 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., so its hydrating and sodium-clearing effects take place before bedtime, but not so late that fluid excretion continues through the night. Pairing zucchini with healthy fats like extra virgin olive oil enhances the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A and K, which are also present in small amounts. Garlic or onions added during cooking can provide additional cardiovascular benefits, and herbs like oregano or thyme offer both flavor and anti-inflammatory effects. Whether roasted, spiralized, or added to soup, zucchini is easy to digest and highly versatile. For patients with slower digestion or those who struggle with gas or bloating, steaming or lightly sautéing zucchini is preferable to eating it raw. And for those wondering if zucchini can be part of a sweet dish, yes, grated zucchini can be blended into oatmeal or mixed into egg dishes, boosting fiber and water content without dramatically altering flavor. Let's pause here and consider, do you frequently feel bloated in the evening? Are your legs swollen by dinner time? Do you often get up more than once per night to urinate? If you answered yes to any of these, it might be worth reevaluating what you're eating at dinner. How much salt is on your plate? Are you eating foods that help your kidneys relax or ones that make them work harder? These questions may sound simple, but they hold real medical weight. Remember, your kidneys are not just filters. They are also regulators of blood pressure, hormones, acid-base balance, and more. When they are overburdened, especially in seniors whose renal function has declined by as much as 30–40% compared to their younger years, even small changes in sodium or fluid balance can lead to multiple nighttime trips to the bathroom. Here's another question to consider. Do you treat your dinner like a recovery meal or a stressor? For your kidneys, dinner should be light, low in sodium, high in fiber, and rich in water-heavy vegetables like zucchini. If you pair this with good sleep hygiene and avoid caffeine or sugary beverages after lunch, your bladder and kidneys can finally rest, and so can you. To summarize the key lesson from this section, managing nighttime urination isn't just about your bladder, it's about managing your blood pressure and blood sugar together. When these two systems are stabilized, the kidneys operate more efficiently, and the body no longer needs to sound the alarm at 2 a.m. The humble zucchini plays a quiet but essential role in this process. It's not a magic bullet, but it's part of a targeted nutritional strategy that empowers seniors to regain control over their sleep and their lives. As we continue this journey toward natural solutions for better nighttime comfort, there's one more vegetable we need to talk about, a leafy green with surprisingly powerful effects on insulin sensitivity, kidney health, and inflammation. In the next section, we'll explore spinach, a small leaf with a big impact on restful sleep, and bladder stability in older adults. Spinach, though often overlooked as just another leafy green, holds remarkable power when it comes to supporting deep sleep, stabilizing bladder activity, and improving nighttime comfort for older adults. What makes spinach particularly unique is its rich concentration of three critical nutrients for bladder and kidney health: magnesium, fiber, and potassium. Together, these elements act as a trifecta for regulating the body's fluid balance, calming nerve signals to the bladder, and reducing inflammatory stress on the kidneys, all of which contribute to fewer overnight bathroom interruptions. For seniors struggling with nocturia or frequent nighttime urination, incorporating spinach into their evening meal plan can be a simple yet highly effective intervention. Magnesium, the star of the show here, plays a vital role in regulating the neuromuscular connection between the brain and bladder. It works by calming overactive nerve impulses that may trigger an unnecessary urge to urinate. Low magnesium levels have been linked to restless sleep, muscle cramps, and bladder hyperactivity. According to the National Institutes of Health, nearly 60% of Americans over age 60 are magnesium deficient, and this shortfall often goes unnoticed. What's more, a study published in the Urology Journal found that seniors with nocturia who consumed adequate magnesium showed a 40% improvement in nighttime urination patterns compared to those who didn't. Spinach offers a bioavailable form of magnesium that's well tolerated by the digestive system and, when cooked properly, absorbed efficiently. This means it not only supports the bladder's ability to hold urine during the night, but also promotes deeper, more sustained sleep by relaxing the central nervous system. Fiber is another key player. Soluble fiber found in spinach helps regulate blood glucose levels, critical for diabetics or prediabetics, where elevated sugar can lead to osmotic diuresis, the body's need to flush excess glucose through urine. When blood sugar remains stable throughout the night, the kidneys aren't forced to compensate by producing more urine, and the bladder can remain calm. Moreover, fiber supports gut health and improves nutrient absorption, which indirectly aids hormonal balance, immune response, and fluid management. The American Heart Association has recommended increased leafy green intake for this very reason, highlighting their ability to reduce insulin resistance and support kidney function through both direct and systemic pathways. Potassium, meanwhile, complements magnesium by offsetting sodium, helping the kidneys release excess fluid and maintain optimal blood pressure. Elevated sodium levels are a major culprit in water retention, especially at night, and potassium helps resolve this imbalance gently and naturally. The anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of spinach are particularly crucial for aging kidneys and nerves. Spinach contains powerful antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, and flavonoids that protect against oxidative stress, the same process responsible for cellular aging and functional decline in the urinary system. Chronic low-grade inflammation is common in seniors, particularly those with diabetes, hypertension, or metabolic syndrome, and it silently erodes kidney filtration capacity. By reducing inflammatory cytokines and neutralizing free radicals, spinach helps preserve healthy kidney tissue and nerve conduction. As Dr. Joel Fuhrman, a board-certified family physician and nutritional researcher, puts it, leafy greens like spinach are the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. They offer protective compounds that not only fight chronic disease, but also restore natural function to systems we've neglected for years. One compelling example of spinach's impact comes from a patient of mine, Mrs. Judy, an 81-year-old widow living independently in Minnesota. Judy was prescribed a mild diuretic to help with her blood pressure, but she began experiencing fatigue, muscle cramps, and severe nocturia, waking 3 to 4 times a night. After reviewing her medications, diet, and sleep routine, we made a shift. She stopped taking the diuretic and began steaming spinach with a touch of garlic and olive oil, eating it every other evening for dinner. We paired this with limiting her sodium intake and adjusting her dinner to be lighter and more plant-based. Within 2 weeks, her sleep improved noticeably. She called it a gift I didn't know I needed. Not only was she sleeping through the night with just one bathroom trip, but her blood pressure remained stable, and her leg cramps had diminished. Judy's story isn't unique. Many seniors can benefit from minor dietary changes that support their body's natural rhythms rather than override them with medication. When it comes to preparing spinach for optimal benefit, cooking it lightly is the way to go. While raw spinach in salads and smoothies has its place, steaming or sautéing it helps break down oxalates that can interfere with mineral absorption. Cooking also enhances the bioavailability of magnesium and calcium, making it more useful for nerve and muscle function. The ideal pairing for spinach is a healthy fat source, such as olive oil or avocado, which helps absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A and K. A simple and effective dinner idea might include steamed spinach with garlic and olive oil, served alongside a small piece of grilled salmon or tofu and a baked sweet potato. This meal supports hydration, mineral balance, and blood sugar stability, all of which help reduce nighttime urination. For those who enjoy smoothies, blending cooked spinach with half a banana, almond milk, and chia seeds makes for a nutrient-rich drink suitable earlier in the day. Let's reflect for a moment. Do you find yourself waking up several times each night even though you haven't had anything to drink before bed? Do you feel restless, cramped, or foggy the next day? These signs may not be just part of getting older. They may be signals from your kidneys and nervous system that they're undernourished and overstimulated. Could the answer be something as simple as adding a cup of steamed spinach to your dinner routine? Sometimes the solutions aren't complicated, they're just underutilized. And while spinach won't replace the need for medical management in advanced cases, it can complement treatment and, in many cases, reduce the need for additional interventions. The most important takeaway here is that nutrition can and should be used as a tool to regulate sleep quality, bladder stability, and kidney performance in the aging population. Food is not only fuel, but a form of subtle medicine. Spinach, with its dense nutrient profile and calming effect on the bladder and nervous system, deserves a consistent place in the diets of seniors aiming to sleep better and live longer. As Dr. Neil Barnard, president of the Physicians' Committee for Responsible Medicine, said, "Every meal you eat is either building your health or feeding disease. Spinach builds health from the cellular level up." That statement could not be more true, especially for those of us looking to protect our quality of sleep as we age. Now that we've uncovered the power of 3 vegetables, cucumber, zucchini, and spinach, to support restful sleep and reduce nighttime urination, it's time to tie it all together. In the final section, we'll summarize the key lessons from each food, highlight 5 essential principles for managing nighttime bladder health naturally, and share the inspiring story of a man who went from sleepless nights to daily morning walks, simply by choosing the right foods. So let's bring it all together: 3 vegetables, 1 peaceful night, and 5 life-changing lessons for aging well. First, cucumber gently flushes excess sodium, hydrates the body at a cellular level, and supports kidney function without overworking your system. Next, zucchini stabilizes blood pressure and blood sugar, reduces fluid retention, and helps your body rest instead of reacting overnight. And finally, spinach, rich in magnesium, fiber, and potassium, calms the bladder, supports deep sleep, and protects aging nerves and kidneys from silent damage. From these 3 vegetables, here are 5 vital lessons to remember. 1. Eat the right foods at the right time, especially before bedtime. 2. Choose vegetables that suit your body's needs, not just what's trending. 3. Align your meals with your sleep rhythm, not against it. 4. Lower stress, because tension affects your hormones, your kidneys, and your bladder. 5. And never skip routine checkups. Early signs are easier to reverse than late-stage damage. Let me leave you with one final story. Mr. Harold, 77 years old, once relied on adult diapers every night due to severe nocturia. After making small but focused changes, adding these 3 vegetables into his dinners, walking every morning, and sleeping with a purpose, he's now walking 1 kilometer every morning without a single bathroom interruption the night before. His words, "Doctor, I finally sleep with dignity again. So let me ask you, what will you eat tonight so you don't wake up halfway through it?" If this video spoke to your experience, leave a comment and share your tips or journey. You never know, your story could help someone else sleep through the night for the first time in years.